We are T-minus 4 days and counting now to the Pillar Community Innovation Awards. We've had the opportunity to meet so many finalists for the Innovation Awards, and it is time to meet yet another. Mohammed Baobaid is the Executive Director of the Muslim Resource Center. Mohammed, thank you so much for being here.
Welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, first of all, let's start off with the Muslim Resource Center. What is the Muslim Resource Center, and what does it provide to the community?
The Muslim Resource Center actually is working with families and individuals who are sometimes could be at risk of family violence. So we have realized throughout I think maybe the few last years, I would say maybe 10 years, that there is some gaps between the wonderful mainstream services provided to prevent family violence and also a response to family violence, and the complex needs of many families coming from different cultural backgrounds, including the Muslim community. So then we have been able to develop innovative programs and responses that meet the needs of these families, so then make sure that everybody in the family is safe. And also they would be provided with the necessary resources, support, and services. So our services or our work mainly is a collaborative, based on collaboration, which really means that working with complex situations, you need all the different groups involved in the issue or in the case or in the situation to be part of the solution. So then we act as a coordinating body or a coordinating organization that facilitate services, resources, and support, whether it is within the Muslim community or within mainstream services. So our service mainly bringing all the key people together, so to find for a solution, to support anybody who is really struggling with the family or maybe outside the family, but also try to understand some of the cultural context, because most of the time what's happening, you have very good services here, especially London is very well known in their family violence prevention services. Mm-hmm. But sometimes the lived reality of newcomer is different. So then our role is really try to work together with the families, extended families, with the community members, and also with service providers, including the Children's Society, sometimes the police, Women Community House, and other social services in London here.
So is that what you mean when you say gaps? What do you mean when you say there were gaps that needed to be filled?
Like London has changed, the demographic has changed. So, and in particular, I would like to mention one particular element when we talk about gaps here. So the way the services is delivered is really based on individualistic model, which really means that you are going to respond to individual needs. If it's a child or a woman and man or a family. But many people within the Muslim community, or also beyond the Muslim community, coming from collectivist background, which really means the focus is really on the collective entity of individuals and their families. So then when you look at this, how the service is delivered, sometimes there will be some kind of misunderstanding between what actually the person needs who are coming from a collectivist background and how the service is delivered. So then our role is really try to identify where are the gaps, and identifying the gaps not just really by working with the families, but also working with service providers. So really some kind of mediation between the services and also the needs of these families. I think what we are trying to do actually, because we are well connected with the Muslim community, but also well connected with service providers, actually we have protocol of understanding with many services, including the Children's Society, the London, the family consultant at the police, Women Community House, and many others. So what we would do here, we try to work on early intervention and prevention before things escalate, because to be honest with you, we want to focus on the strengths of the families, not on the problems. So there are so many strengths within families, especially who are coming new here. So we try to help service providers look at the strengths, but also at the same time help them understand the sources of risk factors in the early stage before things escalate and come to a situation of critical incident. So then collectively, service providers and our center working with the family to prevent the escalation of the conflict. So then this way we would be able to provide them with the support they need and also make sure that they integrate in this community, in this society, in less, within less problems and difficulties.
Well, it clearly does fill a very important need in the community. What did it mean to you to find out that you had been nominated for a Pillar Community Innovation Award?
Wow, I'm very thrilled and very excited. Actually, it's really an honor for the people who really have been working tirelessly in our center, but also we have a lot of volunteers, our staff. We are a very small organization, but honestly, we're very privileged to have a lot of support from the community. And that is really goes back to those people who really has made a difference. I'm very, very happy for that. And also really, it motivates us as, staff and board members and volunteers. And honestly, the nomination and the award really rewarding those people, because it's not, we work with the Muslim community, but it's not really an isolated organization. We really work with all the service providers. And I think I'm very thrilled with this nomination and this award.
Well, congratulations, and thank you for all the work that you and your volunteers have done. We appreciate it. If you'd like to find out more information about the Muslim Resource Center, MRCSSI.com is the website.